What's up guys, Raymond here, and I want to talk to you real quick, real short video again about spine tilt. I want to talk to you about bending over too far or not bending over enough and how this can actually affect your game here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, so spine tilt is one of those things that a lot of people don't quite understand. They don't know whether to bend over more or bend over less. One thing I can tell you firsthand is you want to bend more with your knees and less with your waist. You really don't want to be bent over much with your waist. And the reason that a lot of people end up bending at the waist is simply to try to get the ball down quicker. Because some people say, you need to get the ball down sooner. You loft it out too much, get it over the foul line just a little bit. And it ends up being to where people end up going and they bend over like this, and now they're throwing the ball from here. And that actually can cause some problems. Let me move this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. But that can cause some problems. When you get too far over this way and you're trying to throw the ball's going to be super steep from back here. If you watch, see how the height of the ball changes as I go over? Your backswing gets really high. When you bend over too much, that actually gets super steep and the ball just goes straight down and then into the floor this way. If you get upright and you're standing more this way with just a slight bend, your backswing gets to a certain spot, you can get it higher, but then it actually rounds out and then it's released this way. You can see how round from here to there that is. And then as soon as I go this way, now it's not as round. Now it's just boom, straight there, straight into the floor right there. So that's a big problem. The other thing with that is when I'm standing, look at my hand. If I'm upright and in a position here, you can see my hand can stay up underneath it. As soon as I go forward, my hand goes to the top side. You can see that. So again, this way, standing upright, finishing position, I can get underneath the ball right here. But as soon as I go forward, my hand goes to the top side of the ball. So you got to make sure you're correcting that. So at the end of the day, don't let yourself bend over too far. Try to keep your spine a little bit more upright. Try to get just a little bit of forward bend. A little bit forward is good. A little bit, if you want to get the ball down quicker, get your knees even lower. The lower you can get your knees, the better off you'll be. Over exaggerate these things a little bit if you have to. Pretend like you're going to drag your knees on the ground when you get low. Just over exaggerate it so that way you can make the corrections. So don't bend over too much. Don't stand too tall. Try to find something in between and keep your hand behind the ball and you'll be good.